So Shannon Finson is from Second Nature. For any of you guys have been with us for a while, you knew that we had Ryan was working with us before. Shannon is now taken over as the liaison for Second Nature, which used to be Filter Easy, correct?
That's
Shannon?
correct.
Okay, there we go.
That's correct. That was,
yeah,
and
that is
Ryan,
correct.
he's been working with Ryan. Ryan is still with the company. We've just had a lot of growth, and Shannon's moving over, and we're cutting Florida kind of in half. So those of you currently working with Ryan, no fear, he's still there, and happy to work with you on your accounts.
Good deal. I'm excited to hear about what's coming from Second Nature. I know that you guys used to only do filter service, but now there's lots of other things that are in the works that Ryan's kind of talked to me about a little bit in the past. You haven't revealed that in the public yet, so I'm not going to take away the steal your thunder there. So I don't see any other affiliates that have joined in for me to introduce at this time. But for those of you who are here, my name is John Rutherford. I'm the affiliate chair for the NARPM Sarasota Manatee chapter, and I'm also the vendor for the NARPM chapter, representing Lightning Restoration of Sarasota. We deal with mold and water damage remediation. We also deal with fire damage and smoke odors, any kind of issues. We also have been, believe it or not, we've been sanitizing and disinfecting homes for years. Just this recent COVID situation has allowed us the opportunity to be able to specifically focus on coronaviruses. So we are also capable of sanitizing rental properties as well as your offices for a 4-step process that gives you a 90-day guarantee, a protective coating, I should say, on any surfaces that makes it resistant to viruses. So give us a call if you need any of those services. John Rutherford with Lightning Restoration of Sarasota. I'll be happy to put my information in the contact chat for this meeting. And I guess if we don't have any other affiliates joining us, I will tell you right off the bat, we could say that the affiliates that we have that are represented is Floors for Pros, which some of you may have familiar with them from last month. They did the presentation. They're a platinum sponsor, as well as Harry Heiss from Heiss, Weiss, and Woke. Most of you guys know who he is. And then we have some of our gold sponsors represented. First of all, being Second Nature is one of our gold sponsors. We also have Ties 360. They deal with duct cleaning and mold testing. And they're also a full service HVAC company. We also have Service Master SRQ. They're another property damage restoration company that works well with our chapter. Chris is over there. He's a really great guy. If you haven't met him, I suggest you give him a call if you need his services as well. Along with them, we also have Storm Roofing. Storm Roofing is a roofing contractor that takes care of all of our needs for any roofing repairs. They do specialize in repair and not replacement. So if you've got a roof that's 10, 15 years old that's leaking, they can probably repair it rather than replacing it. And then our silver sponsor today is going to be Total Coatings. They do bathtubs and shower refinishing, and basically being able to put like a reglazing over the tubs. They also do tub chip repairs. So with that being said, I think I've got all the sponsors covered. Shannon, I'm going to turn it over to you if you want to unmute and go ahead.
Awesome. Well, hi, y'all. I'm super excited to be here today, virtually presenting on resident benefit packages for you guys. To confirm, is everyone else on the call a property manager then, if there were no other affiliates that were on? Is that true, John?
I don't believe there's any other affiliates registered right now.
Okay, awesome. So this is going to be a pretty interactive workshop. And at one point, I am going to need a volunteer from the property managers. So don't be shy. If not, then I'm just going to have to pick somebody at random. But let me go ahead and share my screen here. So how many of you guys have heard about resident benefit packages before, or kind of have an idea about what they are? You can either raise your hand virtually, or you can click the little emotions, reactions that are down at the bottom of the page. Awesome. So today we're going to walk you through what resident benefit packages are, and it's the new way to add revenue to your bottom line as a property manager. All right, so quick agenda for the day. First, what is a resident benefit package? Second, why should you, as a property manager, deploy a resident benefit package in your company? How do you create the package? What are the expectations from the tenants and the homeowners? How do you leave the meeting today and execute? And then finally, we'll close up with some Q&A. All right. Oh, okay. So today I will be speaking, and then I also wanted to bring Bob Hansen, one of my colleagues, on the call with me. Bob, he is the head of sales at Second Nature. He's the former SVP of operations for a 15,000 door REIT. He's the former regional VP of sales at apartments.com. And as a fun fact, he is an NCAA football official. So it's pretty cool. Me, I am the senior regional sales manager for Second Nature. So I'm covering half of Florida. You mentioned, you heard earlier that Ryan Brown is going to be covering the top half, and I'm covering the bottom half. And I also cover South Carolina. Previously, I've been with the company for 3 years, and I covered the Pacific Northwest and California for Second Nature. So I've been around for a minute. And then as a fun fact, I don't know if this bodes very well for me this season, but I'm a huge New York Giants and South Carolina Gamecocks fan. So we'll see how this season goes for both of us. So with a resident benefit package, right? Every week, dozens of property management companies are designing and deploying these resident benefit packages. Why is that? Things have changed. Years ago, you could run a profitable business on management fees and simple core business functions alone. So today, the market has shifted, and many companies are offering flat fees or these lower rates and bringing more value through multiple ancillary services. So they have more revenue sources, which make them more profitable and more competitive within their marketplaces. Increasing the ancillary profit also increases the value of your business as a sellable asset. Single family is maturing as an asset class, and property management is transforming much as the multifamily space did before it. So now is the time to adapt and thrive. Oh, can't get my mouse right over here. There we go. So what is a resident benefit package? It's like a resort fee for your property management company. So, you know, when you go to these resorts and you go to check out and you see this, you know, $50 to $70 resort fee on your bill at the end, you're like, okay, you know, I'm not really sure what this is, but I know I have to pay it. Versus if they listed out line item by line item, hey, okay, this is the pool fee, this is the gym fee, this is the towel fee, this is the Wi-Fi fee, it would be super easy for you to look at that and pick and choose the things that you did or did not use. You could say, hey, you know, I brought my own wireless hotspot, didn't use the Wi-Fi, take that off. Or yeah, I did use the gym, but didn't use the pool, take that off. Well, it's the same principle for a resident benefit package, right? It's super easy for you to look at something line by line and say, okay, well, I use this, excuse me, or I wouldn't use this, and kind of pick and choose. Versus if you bundle it into one flat rate resort fee for your property management company, it's something that they can't really contest, right? So again, it's bundling all the services and features that you're already offering and not making money off of, or what you want to offer your tenants into one package price, or you can do it into tier pricing. We do have partners that do, you know, like a silver level, a gold level, and a platinum level, right? And then finally, it's all-encompassing value add program for your tenants that can only be provided to them by professional property managers due to y'all's industry technology, resources, and connections. So what's in it for you guys as property managers? First, you're going to maximize your total revenue per door. Right now, what we're seeing is it's an average of $100 to $150 annually that property managers can add per door to their bottom line. So if you have 200 doors, well, that's $20,000 that y'all can just add to your bottom line. It minimizes that tenant pushback upon rollout. Again, it's that same sort of principle that it's the resort fee, right? If they see it, they're like, okay, this is cool, pay for it, done. It's protection for you, your tenants, and your homeowners, right? So it's a win for you because you're making money off of it and you're providing something of value. It's a win for the homeowners because you're showing the homeowner that you have a vested interest in protecting their home and their property and making sure that you're providing something of value and things that can take care of it. And then it's a win for the tenants because it's called a resident benefit package. So it's for their benefit, and they're going to be getting a lot of different services and programs through it, depending on what you want to add. It's good for accountability as well. It's also really good for brand enhancement. We have a lot of partners who have used a resident benefit package as an additional selling tool and competitive differentiator within the marketplace to go to homeowners and say, hey, versus property manager X over here, we offer this resident benefit package that's going to protect your home. And then finally, it's a tool to solicit more doors. So again, just a competitive differentiator in the marketplace for you. Okay. So here's where I'm going to pass it over to Bob for a second to talk about how Second Nature can help building out these resident benefit packages for you.
Thanks, Shannon. One, appreciate you all having us on the call today. As Shannon mentioned, I used to oversee operations for 15,000 door SFR REIT. We were in about 40 markets across the country, had several thousand doors down there in Florida. So I know a lot about handling maintenance issues, and how I came about to Second Nature was, my previous experience mostly in sales before going to that REIT. And we were buying $300,000 homes, which is a lot more expensive than most of the REITs out there. And I had to find a way to drive down the cost of to manage our properties versus the other bigger REITs out there. And we were spending millions of dollars just on HVAC alone. It was by far the single leading maintenance cost. 65% of our total maintenance cost was around HVAC. And got to know Thad, the CEO at Second Nature, and ended up getting me over here. But it was a program that saved us literally millions of dollars by shipping filters directly to tenants' doors. We can talk a little bit more about that down the road. What I would like to say is that Second Nature has recruited and hired folks like myself. So we have 7 or 8 different people that have come from the single family property management side, the operational side, where they managed hundreds to thousands of doors. And so we've kind of helped craft this resident benefit package together using our operational mindset, right, from when we manage doors like yourself. And we're seeing about 60%, if not higher, of our current prospects out there, not just moving forward with a filter program, but moving forward with the resident benefit package, mainly in place because, it's becoming more of the industry standard in a lot of the markets that they're in. We have a lot of first adopters that see the value, and, rather than driving $30 to $50 per door off the filter program and reducing HVAC issues by 40-50%, they now want to drive, $100 to $150 in revenue. So it's really becoming a seamless, very easy product to roll out. And the idea is that, what are you doing today versus what that person in the for rent by owner house is doing down the block from you? You already have a lot of this stuff built into your systems, but you're not really getting the value of it in terms of the cost. You've put that cost out, right? The tenant hasn't paid for the ability to, have the ease of, multiple payment options, or knowing that you have vetted and insured, maintenance people coming in. They don't know that they're getting that from a front by owner. So why not use that and kind of brag about it, right? And put it out there and put it in front of the tenant while they're looking to, lease from you as a nice benefit to them. And in return, you're going to be able to capture a multitude of, different positives from the program. And really, one of the biggest ones is, the revenue that's going to bring you per door. So I think that's what you wanted me to touch upon, Shannon. Anything else you wanted me to cover?
No, that was good. And just a couple other bullet points, from the resident benefit packages that we've helped partners create already, it's been a little over $7 million in added revenue. We just had a huge conference or virtual conference, and we did a resident benefit package workshop. And after that, like I said, what we've seen is it's about a little over $7 million in added revenue to the bottom line for property managers that we've helped create just by helping put together these resident benefit packages for y'all. And one of the things that we have been told, again, regardless of whether or not you want to partner with Second Nature to put in your package, one of the cool things that we've been told is that when tenants receive a physical filter, it's a really good tie back to that benefits package. So it's a physical reminder of something that they're getting from the package, right? So what can a package look like for y'all, right? So we have seen a ton of different things that you can put in. I was actually talking to a property manager the other day, and he mentioned anti-snake venom, which that seems like a very Florida thing that you would need to include in a package. But here's just a couple of the most popular items we've seen, right? So first is home buying assistance. So if I'm a tenant and I decide that I've been saving money and I'm really excited to take the next step into adulthood and purchase a house, you know, do you have a realtor that you could partner me with or advise me to help me with home buying assistance? An online portal, right? Do I have the option to go online and see how I can pay and see, you know, how I can submit requests and stuff like that? Renter's insurance is really big. A 24/7 or dedicated emergency maintenance line, you know, working with property meld or something like that. You know, how can I get something fixed in my property at all hours of the day? Vetted vendors, making sure that the vendors that are available to me are really awesome and they're the best out there. Utility connections. So whether that's a local vendor within Florida or Citizen Home Solutions or something like that, just how can I get my utilities turned on when I move in? Multiple payment options. Can I pay via credit card? Can I pay via ACH? Can I pay with check? Can I pay with a suitcase full of cash? Who knows? Multiple payment options. Of course, second nature air filter deliveries, and then credit reporting. I know if people use Appfolio, there's Experian that you guys get with that. So these are just some of the things that we've helped our partners include in their packages. And again, it's kind of stuff that you might already be offering to the tenant, but you're not making that profit margin off of. Next. So here are just some samples of some of the property management companies that we've worked with thus far and helped build out their packages. And again, these are flyers that we can create and tailor to your specific company, regardless of whether or not you choose to partner with us. So we have Rent Pro, we have Sleep Sound, we have Home Rubber Group, Andy Props, and then we have Tara over here with Mike Mingdon. So this is some of the phrasing that we have, you know, for communication with your owners, communications with your tenants regarding deploying your resident benefit package. And of course, this is something that we'll give you guys if you choose to create a resident benefits package during that crafting process. And then a customizable RBP flyer, again, to make it look and feel like your company and your brand, again, to use as that additional selling tool and use as that brand enhancement. So now's the interactive portion, right? So if everyone wants to go to residentbenefitpackage.com, you know, if this is something that you're interested in, again, we at Second Nature, regardless of whether or not you choose to partner with us, if you fill out this worksheet and want to create a resident benefits package, we will help you craft that. You know, we'll create the marketing, the collateral, the advertising and the phrasing. You know, we'll help you do all of that, regardless of whether or not you want to include Second Nature. So if everyone wants to go to residentbenefitpackage.com and kind of follow along, that would be really helpful. But now I'm going to need a volunteer for a hypothetical crafting situation. So who wants to be my helper right now? I'm going to call on someone if no one volunteers. Maria, thank you so much. So you're going to want to be off mute for this. Awesome.
And my name is Jill.
Jill. Okay. I'm sorry. It said Maria.
It said Maria on there.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jill. So Jill, you have filled out this worksheet and you're excited to create your residence benefits package. So this is going to be a completely hypothetical situation. You can make stuff up. Actually, we encourage making stuff up so that way we're in accordance with NARPM guidelines. So first, Jill, would you want to include home buying assistance in your package? Again, I'm a tenant. I come to you and I'm saying, listen, I have saved money. I'm so excited to purchase my next home, you know, but I don't know any realtors in the area. Can you hook me up with a realtor? Is that something that you would want to do?
Yes.
Awesome. Jill, man, let me tell you, my AC, it broke down in the middle of the night and I can't sleep unless it's like 60 degrees in my house. Do I have a 24/7 maintenance line that I could call so that someone can come fix this ASAP for me? Because it's Florida, it's hot, it's humid.
We don't have one right now.
No, I'm saying, is this something you want to include?
Oh,
Is
yes.
this something you want to include? Yes, okay. All right, Jill. So, man, I like to have options in my life. You know, I really want to be able to pay either via credit card or ACH. You know, Would you offer me multiple payment options so that way I can kind of fit with my millennial lifestyle over here?
Yes.
Awesome. It's all about the technology today, Jill. Can I pay online? Can I just do a one-click payment option?
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, Jill, are you going to tell me which vendors I should probably use versus me having to go on like Thumbtack or something like that?
Of course.
Awesome. And then I already told you about my AC issues. Are you going to give me a way to change my filters so that that doesn't happen again?
Yes, and you guys are doing that for us, and I love it.
Awesome. Hey, glad it's working out for you. Again, and then here's where you can list additional items like, oh yeah, I want to do utility concierge, something like that. So let's move to the next page. Okay, so you filled all that out, right? Okay. So let's say, Jill, you want to do an average package price of $37.99. Okay. And let's say that your costs, everything that you've included in there, the only thing that really has a hard cost would be Second Nature. Of that, we're going to charge you $15.95. So that means your profit margin is going to be $22.04. We'll make that easy because that's a super long number. Now, Jill, let's say you have 250 doors, right? So that means your profit per door annually is going to be $264.48. So Jill, by packaging all those items into one resident benefits package bundle, well, you're going to add $66,120 to your bottom line with some change. Would that be what would you do with that additional $66,000?
I would go to Disney World.
That'd be a heck of a vacation, right? Because we're all surviving 2020. So the point is, this is something, like I said, if you guys go through and fill this out, regardless of whether or not you're partnering with Second Nature, this is our resident benefits package worksheet and website that we have crafted to help our partners and prospects who are interested in building out a package and they just need help. What our account managers are able to do is they're able to take, about 30 hours worth of work and actually put it down into 30 minutes worth of work, right? So something that would take you guys 30 hours on average to do on your own, which I know no one has time to do that because property management can be super unexpected sometimes, and it's 2020, so who knows what's going to get thrown at us. The point is we're going to take that 30 hours worth of work, turn it into 30 minutes, create this flyer, the collateral and the marketing material for you, and help you set it up for successful deployment. So what was that? So that was the money map exercise.
Hey, Shannon, do we want to see other? Yeah, great segment. I was going to see if anyone had any questions on that.
Yeah, so that was, like I said, it was going to be a fairly interactive session today. So does anyone have any questions, or would they like me to run through that worksheet with them, just to kind of see what that bottom line could look like for you guys in a hypothetical situation?
Or in general, do people see value? We would like to know, do you see value in this for your business? Do you not see value?
I see value. And the only question I have, we use your filter product, and there's some tenants that push back on that $20 charge. We let them know tough, but the owners love it and we love it. But I've never had a tenant say, oh my gosh, this is great that we get an extra little charge for sending you.
Yeah, I think
maybe if I added more things like you're suggesting, but what has been overall is have any other property management companies been successful in really making it so the resident absolutely loves it?
Yeah, I think that's part of it, right? Is the feedback that we're getting is that when you take a multitude of different products and you put value behind it and you show that, I think one of the examples Shannon showed from, I think it was maybe the EJF or the Rental Pro, the green, Shannon, maybe you can go back a few slides to one of the examples. was that they put a value behind each. So the one on the left here, I believe that there's a value. Yeah, so the filter supply, there's a value to it, right? The renter's insurance, there's a value to it. At the end of the day, right, they're charging 25, call it $30 because there's likely a second adult in the house. They're probably charging somewhere between $30 to $35, depending on how many people are 18 or over. But they're showing the value. I know it's hard for you to see it, but there's like these little green blocks on there. And so the value of the package may equate to thousands of dollars over the course of the year. But if they, let's just say they're at $25, right? They're paying, what is that, $400 the entire year for thousands of dollars of value. And when you bundle it up, you know, the feedback that we're getting is like, we're not having, like, they may have one or two charges, say it's second nature, say it's another, you know, pet screening, say it's something else that the tenant is paying for. Now they're not really coming back and offering that pushback because it's all bundled into the package. And Jill, the way that you would roll it out is you would, you know, knowing that you're using our program today, right? People are accustomed to what they have in their lease today. You would just change this likely at a new lease and or renewal time and gradually roll those people over to the resident benefit package, because that's when you'd want to communicate it with the new lease and or renewal. And so, yeah, the feedback that we get is that it's, you know, there's less feedback, and that's where, or less pushback. And that's where, you know, we talk about that resort fee. You know, I was supposed to speak at NARPM's broker owner before it got canceled, and the resort fee at the hotel was $48.17 for a couple cups of coffee in my room, faxes, unlimited phone calls to all my local friends in Hawaii who I have none of, and maybe use of the pool, right? And so I have seen, like Shannon mentioned, this was $5, that was $10, this was $8. I'd likely be at the front desk saying, hey, I'm not going to use these things, take them off my bill. But because I know that I stay at hotels often, right? And when I stay at certain hotels and they have a pool or wherever it may be, there's a resort fee. You know, think about Las Vegas, wherever you go there, right? There's a resort fee. It's just becoming a standard, and there's just a lot less pushback because it's really built in with this nice all-encompassing flyer of everything that they're getting. So hopefully that kind of answers it. And we'd be happy to like connect you. Like if you get down the path of, yes, you want to do this, we'd be happy to provide you with folks either local or in your state that are using the resident benefit package to speak and, you know, tell you all the great feedback they've had from pivoting over to that package.
And there's a bunch of go for it.
What you in the past have done filters for me, but do you offer all these items on here now?
So we don't, you know, we still just do the air filters. What we will do though, is if you know what stuff you want to include in your package, we'll bundle it all together for you, create the marketing and create the collateral, right? Like we do have connections at, you know, at Citizen Home Solutions and other utility concierge services. We do have connections at pet screening. So we could certainly put you in touch with the companies that do those programs. And then what we'll do is we'll get it, you know, we'll bundle it all together for you. So no, we don't, Second Nature does not offer, you know, utility concierge services, everything like that. We're just in the market of helping you guys make those connections and then actually bundling it all together, creating the marketing, creating the flyers, and helping you deploy it. And there's so many more items that you can include than what I've shown. You know, it's a one-time waiver of an NSFE or late fee, right? You know, there's so many different things that you can include in there. And actually, what we found is if people include, you know, I think over here with Sleep Sound, if you include a late fee once, that's a huge value add because it's a tough year, right? So let's say you have a tenant that comes to you and says, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot that it was my time to pay the rent. You're like, hey, no big deal. You're a good tenant. We're going to waive this one-time fee, right? Like that's a huge value add, not just from a monetary standpoint, but from a building goodwill standpoint, right? So what we've seen with benefit packages is they're also really good for tenant retention, you know? So there's less turnover overall because your tenants are happy. You know, they're getting a value, they're getting a package, and they're getting stuff that is a benefit to them. The homeowners are happy because you've got all these things in place to protect their property. So it's good for owner retention as well and portfolio growth. And then it's good for the property managers because, I mean, y'all can make a heck of a lot of money off of this. And, you know, stuff is in place to still protect your home, right? So with pet screening, if you were to include that, it would help take the burden of, you know, service animals off of you guys. If you were to use a utility concierge service, it would help take the burden off you guys having to set that up. If you were to offer home buying assistance, it would take the burden off of you guys for saying, hey, what are we going to do with this tenant? Also could help build goodwill partnering with a realtor, because they could also send you leads as you send them leads. If you were to include second nature, it would take the burden off air filters, off you guys, and reduce those maintenance tickets. So again, it's a true win-win-win for everyone who does it.
Does that help out, Jill?
Any additional questions from any of the other property managers on the call? Please don't be shy. We have quite a chunk of time left, so I'm happy to answer any questions or walk through anything with anyone else on the call while we're all here.
So I think, Shannon, it's probably important to let people know that if you don't want to speak now, that's okay. If you do go to residentbenefitpackage.com, as Shannon mentioned, and you do fill out some of that information, not knowing that it's going to be perfect, right? It'll help kind of create some information for us. We can follow up with you, and then we can kind of take a deeper dive with you and find out, what's applicable for you all. As Shannon mentioned, every market, every company is slightly different. What we kind of showed you was some of the standard things that your software systems or what you're likely already doing today. And then there's probably a few pieces that are different from one property manager to another. Like I know in Boise, Idaho, we have a lot of people with the resident benefit package, and they have a pet service, right? There's a local provider in the market that provides really good spraying for pet service, and it's not that expensive, right? To include it in. So every market is different and every company is different. We're happy to kind of walk you through and show you, right? If you decided you wanted to charge $35 or $37.99, we can walk you through that calculator and see if, it might be a nice win for your company.
And again, for every person that fills this out, we have committed to helping you guys build out that package and give you the material needed for a successful deployment, even if you choose not to include second nature in there. So even if you don't want to partner with us, but you're interested in the package, go ahead and fill it out, and we'll do it either way. We're here to help. And then again, here is my contact information. So if anyone wants to reach out directly to me, seeing as now I am the second nature rep covering the Sarasota and Bradenton chapter, I'm happy to be of assistance, or if you have any other questions. But other than that, John and Jill, that was really all I had for today.
Thank you so much for sharing this information. We are also, just so you know, because there were more people that said they're going to attend. So we recorded the session and we're going to post it to our local website and send it out to everybody that did register.
Perfect.
And I'm more than happy to share the PDF version of my slides if people have any interest in, talking a little bit more about the resident benefit packages. I get, 2020, it's a weird vibe right now. So I can totally understand that stuff might have popped up unexpectedly, and people who registered weren't able to attend as planned.
I've tried everything over the course of 12 years for getting those AC filters changed, and you guys made it so easy for me to take that liability and risk and just make it so that it's done and I don't have to worry about it. So that was a huge help.
Well, thank you so much for the shout out. We're really glad that it's working out for you. And if you, like I said, you want to bundle it in a package, we're happy to help you out with that too.
Perfect. I will be calling you. And for those of you that are here that would like to get more involved with NARPM, or have board meetings every month, so you can shout out to me at byjill@gmail.com, and I can give you more information on NARPM as a whole.
And for those of you also attending in regards to our vendors, just feel free to go to the NARPM website, which is NARPM, was it Sarasota/NARPM? I'm sorry, I'm not prepared for that website. Everybody knows the NARPM website for the chapter. Feel free to go there, look at all the affiliates. If you need our services, if you need anybody's services listed there, feel free to reach out to them and give them a call. We do our best to kind of keep it updated with all the current phone numbers and contact information. So feel free to reach out to us there. Thank you, Shannon, for putting this on for us and helping us out. resident benefit package sounds like a great thing. If I was a property manager, I'd probably do it. And also one more thing, something that that you guys don't really advertise so much, but we kind of use you for bulk filters because we use filters for our own services with our equipment and stuff. So we order filters by the case from Filter Second Nature now. I'm still stuck on the Filter Easy part, guys. It's been too long for me. Anyway, so we do.
Are you working with Ryan, Turi, and Cameron, Jared? Yeah, perfect. Awesome.
With he's been sending us cases of filters for our equipment that we use for our negative air machines, things like that. So we definitely use your services on more than one level. That it's not a common level, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Bob.
We've really grown that business out too. We're more iconic buildings, like think about the John Hancock building in Chicago, and other big buildings are starting to utilize our program. We got some pretty cool innovative stuff coming out on the filter side, and 2021 we'll be rolling out water filters, and so that's something we might be able to encapsulate into a resident benefit package next year. So a lot of different things, a lot of good stuff happening at Second Nature, and can't wait to share more with the group here as those deploy down the road.
Sounds good, Bob. Looking forward to seeing that.
Thanks again.
All right, Marie, Jill. Sorry, I'm looking at your name. I know you're Jill. I don't know why I called you Maria.
Thanks everybody for attending, and have a great day.
Thank you.